We are 3 chapters into Tokyo Ghoul Re, and I have to say that I am loving it so far. I mean, not that much has happened, but each chapter introduces some new aspect to this huge mystery that we have no idea what the truth could actually be. I mean, I've never sat down and thought this much about a manga ever in my life. Like, I'm sitting here trying to put pieces to the puzzle together, like reasons why I believe Sasaki is Kaneki, is Hanami in Aguritree? Is that why she was with Ayato? Is Ayato even still with Aguritree? Who is this mysterious character at the end? Who is this Tsukiyama-like character, or is it Tsukiyama? And why did Hori call him a she if it is? I mean, there are so many things going on, and it's just so entertaining to sit back and wonder exactly what these characters have in common, or what kind of connection they have with the characters that we know from part 1. I'm really enjoying the mystery aspect of these first few chapters. It's really awesome, and it's honestly the kind of manga I enjoy reading. But it is so hard to believe that Hori is 24 years old. I mean, she looks like she hasn't even hit her teens yet, to be honest, and we did get mention of her back in part 1 by Tsukiyama, I believe. It was chapter 86, I remember that. But she obviously has information that Shirazu and Yuri want, but she's not going to let it go for free. She wants something that was very, very close to Sasaki, that has his scent on it, for her employer. So immediately I think of Tsukiyama, because even this guy's speech patterns is similar to Tsukiyama's, but she calls that person a she, and I'm not exactly sure what's going on with that. That was a translation issue, or if it's just someone so close to Tsukiyama, like a niece or something like that, that he told her about how delicious Kaneki's smell was, or how delicious a one-eyed ghoul scent is, or something like that. And maybe she just wants to experience that for herself, like Tsukiyama. But whoever this person is that wants to smell Sasaki, there is no doubt that this person has some type of relation to Tsukiyama. But I'm very curious to finding out how Hori knows all that she knows, because I don't think she's getting all this information from Tsukiyama or the Tsukiyama-like character, because she knows Yuri's name and she knows Sasaki. I mean, the rank 1 investigator by name, first and last name. So how is she getting a hold of this information? And I had a feeling, I mean, Shirazu, he was the wild card. He's the crazy looking guy, and this chapter just confirmed that he is the easiest to fool, and I feared he was going to fall into that category. And that face when Sasaki finds out that Yuri and Shirazu are going after Torso and trying to beat him, he turns into this competition. He's like, we are not going to let these assholes get the information before me. But when Sasaki made that face, it really reminded me of Eren in Attack on Titan, when he woke up from that dream and he said, I'll kill you all, in front of that crowd. I mean, it was the exact same face. And we met a new ghoul this chapter who was, I believe he was posing as a priest and eating upon the children that he was watching over. That is fucked up. And then he describes in disgusting detail how he would devour Musuki. I mean, it's like this guy has an innard fetish. So with this creepy old priest ghoul's help, Sasaki comes to the conclusion that Torso has to be a taxi driver. And I like somewhere in the conversation they say that the eyes and the mouth are a source of like limitless information. But what has me really interested is when Donato says that after you're done with this mission, come back. I have a separate one that I need to speak to you on immediately, and you need to come back alone. So for some reason, I don't know why, but I got the vibe that it's going to have relation to something back in part 1. And that dream that Sasaki had, though, I mean, the white hair, the black fingernails, that was obviously his inner Kaneki trying to get out and give him a message. And in the previous scene, Sasaki says to Musuki that once Donato runs out of usefulness, he will be eliminated by the organization. And that's pretty much what Sasaki's inner Kaneki said to him. He says that you have to keep doing what you're doing and keep pleasing these guys, because once you become useless or broken, then you will be discarded as well. And I think that's going to come into play sometime, because once he figures out who he really is, then he's going to cause hell, man. I want to see Centipede come out and everything. And I think it's pretty much confirmed that Torso is driving a taxi cab. That's why Yuri brought all those taxi receipts back, because he's on the trail of Torso. And at the very end, some other thing that has to be very, very hype, my goodness, is this female that it's hinting that we're supposed to know who she is talking to Torso because she's in a cab and she says the Aguri tree has a message for you. So who could this person be? Personally, I think it's either Hinami or TOUKA. In my opinion, she looks a little bit more like TOUKA because Hinami doesn't look that old from what we've seen in chapter 1, and her hair is brown. But then again, it could be darker in the back seat because there is a lot of shading on her face, so it could make it look black. I mean, this is manga, we really can't tell colors right now, but I do believe it is TOUKA because that face that she is making, it seems like she's dead inside. Like, it reminds me of the last page in Tokyo Ghoul, well, the second to the last page when we got that like watercolor styled picture of TOUKA. That's exactly what her face looks like to me anyway. But that's just my opinion. It's either TOUKA or Hinami. And as far as them being in a goody tree, we were shown Hinami with Ayato, so I'm assuming that he still is in a goody tree. And if Hinami has went there, it would only make sense for TOUKA to follow as well. Like maybe after Kaneki's disappearance, she was like, you know what, fuck this shit, you guys are right. We have to take out these investigators to avenge Kaneki. So maybe they did make that transfer over to that organization. It would make sense in 3 years' time. But I don't know, it's just the mystery is getting so out of hand and I'm enjoying every second of it. This manga is awesome and I cannot wait to see some old characters and find out exactly what's going on with Sasaki, what's going on with this Tsukiyama-like character. But anyway, tell me what you guys think. This has been JB Dutch. Yeah, like, comment, subscribe, and I'm out.